A couple of months ago, we shipped out 450 smokers. We're not just beta testing anymore. I sent all the Kickstarter backers a survey and got back 110 results. That's pretty good. So what did the survey teach me? Let's get into it. First off, it's amazing to see that about 80% of the respondents have already used the smoker several times. That gives us some strong data. Even more encouraging is the recommendation score. You can see here, nearly half of the people who responded gave it a perfect 10 out of 10. That's really incredible for a first generation product. It's something I'm incredibly grateful for. There is one issue that completely dominated the survey beyond anything else: leaking. It wasn't even close. Nearly 3/4 of you experienced some form of leaking. Some of you said that it's not so bad. Some of you said it's almost unusable. The majority said it's somewhere in between. Most of the comments on the survey were, "I love the smoker, but it leaks. I really appreciate everybody's support, even though it is leaking. I feel your pain and we're trying to resolve that." About 80% of you said the leaking is coming from the nozzle. So that's where I'm going to focus. Before the survey, I had a list of priorities I wanted to work on. Obviously, the number one priority is the nozzle. Over the last couple of weeks, instead of having the nozzle hole in the center, I'm working on a new design where the hole is on the top. And it still produces a lot of smoke. One of my previous videos describes this a bit more. I'll link it in the description. The new nozzle design should reduce the amount of dripping on bees dramatically. Last week I ordered these parts. Unfortunately, it's going to take over a month to get these machined, but they're getting here. And once we've got them, they'll go immediately into testing. One of the things that this survey has taught me is never guess. Always listen to the backers' feedback. Next thing that I focused on was bee behavior. It was really neat to see that most people found Vanilla Veil calmed the bees at least as good as a smoker, if not better. There were 4 people who gave a very low score on calming the bees. I don't know whether it's genetics, whether it's the environment, but I've reached out to those people. I'm also having them do beta testing of different formulations to see what's calming their bees, what's not. I don't want a smoker that works for most people. I want a smoker that works for everyone. The next question about bee behavior is, how good is it at taking those bees and moving them down off of the frames? That's one of the behaviors that we want to get right. The response was, it did even better than calming for that. In general, I think this is a great baseline. Let's keep getting better. There were a few other themes that came up over and over again, like you loved not having to light a traditional smoker, not having to keep it lit, and then being able to have instant smoke just by pressing a button. Those are kind of obvious, but there was one thing that really surprised me. You said that you liked not smelling like smoke all the time. It was mentioned quite a bit. Overwhelmingly, most people said that they liked the smell of Vanilla Veil. Only about 6 people said that they really don't like it. To be fair, there was a subtle mention that the smell of vanilla can sometimes be a bit overwhelming. I'm going to adjust the vanillin versus smoky smell and try to get that right mix, not only for the bees, but also for the beekeeper. Regarding natural versus synthetic, most people lean natural, that they really would rather have natural even if it costs more, but it was about a 50-50 split between natural and pure synthetic. I suspect what that tells me is, rather than going one way or another, most people want choice. Maybe it's 2 different products, one natural, one synthetic. I'm not sure yet. Let me know in the comments below what you think. About 85% of you said that there were no mechanical defects, which is pretty encouraging for a first run product. And we're making sure to support all those people that did have a problem. Most people haven't needed support yet, but those who have, they range between excellent and good results. We're still learning how to do the support. Regarding the device itself, most people said that the battery was excellent as far as battery charge. Similarly, time to produce smoke was also excellent. Amount of smoke produced varied a little bit. I would say people want to have a little bit more smoke. Control over how much smoke comes out. I'm not exactly sure what this metric tells me yet. Tell me in the comments below what you think, but I think it means people want to be able to vary the amount of smoke when they press the trigger, just like you would with a bellows, but it also could just be effect of they want more smoke. I need to dig into that metric a little bit more. The last metric is ease of cleaning, and this one surprised me. I think that I need to come out with a video on how to do cleaning of this device. I think subtly people are telling me they don't know how to clean the device. Actually, I'm thinking of putting maybe a grip on here that would be removable and disposable over the entire season to be able to keep it clean, but that's another thought that I'm having. But as far as the training for it goes, shorthand version, I've built it just like when you do isopropyl alcohol on all your other tools, your hive tool and that type of thing. I've designed the plastic to be able to use alcohol to rub it on here and remove the grime. And also we went with a smooth texture, as we talked about in the Kickstarter, to make sure that it's very cleanable. So I'm gonna dig into that more. Building a device like this is very humbling. I could spend months just trying to predict what people might like and what people might dislike, but I'd rather just ask you directly. This survey has saved me months of engineering time. It's told me what the weaknesses are, what the strengths are, what to focus on. It's given me a roadmap to improve the smoker. So what are the next steps? When the new nozzle comes in, I will be sending it out to beta testers to try it out to make sure that it's better than the old nozzle. I have to imagine it's going to be much better. I'll show our findings here on the channel, so make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can keep track of what's going on.